We are back on Strassenfest Live, and as promised, we talk with Chairman Derrick Bair. Derrick, good morning. Thanks for coming by.
Nice to be here.
This is your second year?
Yes.
As chairman? I'm
yes.
sure things get a little easier in that second year, don't they?
Yeah, you definitely, I've been on the committee for like 9 years now, so you learn as it goes, and definitely a learning experience last year, but much easier this year.
You know, like we talk with the other chairmen, when did preparation start for you and some of your crew?
We start right after this fest. We'll take a month off, and then we'll have a meeting, kind of wrap up this year's fest and start talking about next year. We get letters, emails, congratulations, few complaints, few ideas for the next year. So then we'll go through all that and start planning for the following year.
Something that's been around for so long and keeps getting better, that's got to be a credit to you and your committee and everybody involved, because you don't keep things the same. You're always constantly trying to improve.
Yeah, I mean, you hate to get stuck in that rut and have the same old thing going all the time. So we strive every year to, come up with a few new events. We try to get some new food booths all the time, or a different variety of some foods down there, which is tough. But we do have a few new things this year, I know. So, it's you want to strive to make things bigger and better. Like
we're talking with Andrea, it's always big to have the nonprofits benefit, and that's a big part of the fest, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, without their help, this would be impossible. So, yeah, and it's a great fundraiser for them, and, they can make a little money and get their name out there, and hopefully, like, some of the clubs gain more members, and the churches get their name out there also.
You have a theme, and it's blazoned on your button, Alive with the Arts.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how that came about.
Well, for several years, we've been wanting to have a theme around the arts, but we just didn't kind of know how to, put it all together. And it worked out this year really well, and I was doing a little research on the arts, and it's funny, everything that we've been doing for years is we've had the arts here. It's more than just music and painting. Arts are have to do with food and have to do with poetry and all kinds of things, and theater. So we've been doing a lot of that stuff at the fest, and this year we have a lot more going on with the arts, and I hope to continue that. I hope they continue that over the next several years.
And speaking of arts, you guys are honoring Tom Shoom as well.
Yeah, Tom has done, obviously he's been around forever. He'll
be glad to hear that. I know.
Yeah, he taught at the high school for years. He's touched so many kids' lives, and he's done paintings around town. He's always wanting to do more. And when we reached out to the Arts Commission and were asking, for some good ideas for some grand marshals, that was one of their top ones, and we ran with that.
Yeah, you couldn't pick out a better guy than Tom Shoom. Some of the new things that you guys are trying, you're going to have the Shuttle, I saw.
Yeah, we're going to try that this year. That'll run from 5th Street School to 6th and Newton and drop people off, and that'll just be going continuously throughout the fest, all 3 nights and all day Saturday. So, if the weather is going to be nice, hopefully, but, if your feet are hurting or something, if you're parking up there by 5th Street, need a ride, that's a new option this year, and we're going to pilot that this year, and if it works out well, we may add to that next year.
We'll have some overhead video and pictures, a drone they were talking about. How did that come about, and what exactly is that?
I think that's more to the city's doing.
Right, okay.
The mayor called and let me know that was going to happen. I think that's to do with some of the planning with what they're wanting to do downtown, and but that would be nice. I mean, we're going to have some probably pretty cool pictures of the fest that we've never had before, so it'll be interesting to see how that turns out.
And speaking of the city, I know everybody in the committee really likes all the help that they get from Ramey and his guys at the street department, and the police and fire and things like that to help to make the fest run.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, between the city in general, they're always very supportive. You've got the street department; they clean up everything and make the entire town. They always keep the town looking good, but they really hit it hard here the couple of weeks before. The electric department is hanging banners and lights and doing a lot of stuff for us. And I mean, every department, down to the trash guys picking stuff up, and the fire department, they wash off the dance floor and clean up around the square if there's any issues. So everybody just comes together, and it's great to see that from the city down to the sponsors to the nonprofits, how everyone in Jasper just gets together and makes this fest what it is.
And I know as chairman, you have a lot of help from your committee too, right?
Oh yeah, the committee's great. I mean, I sit back, Gary and Marcia do their thing. I think they've got most of their acts booked for next year already. They always have to stay on top of that. Between Andrea and Corey and Nancy and June at the chamber, the girls taking care of all the pageants and stuff. Everyone takes care of their own little thing, and it's kind of up to me to make sure it all falls into place on time. And it really is pretty easy. And then I kind of take over here toward the end and talk with the city and government and make sure everything's going along. And we're getting ready to go down to meet the fire marshal, and hopefully we'll get signed off on and start on time tonight.
All right, Derrick, I know you're swamped. Thanks a lot for coming by and joining us this morning. Best of luck this weekend with the Strassenfest.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That is Derrick Bair, the chairman of this year's Strassenfest. Once again, we appreciate everyone coming by this morning and talking about this year's Strassenfest. And be sure to keep it right here to WJTS-18 and WBDC for all kinds of Strassenfest related programs.